My name's Alex Smith. I'm a regional sales manager based in southern New South Wales at a little town called Holbrook. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of an overview today about what the buyers want. So, as we move through our slides here, we have um, probably just 5 key dot points. And then as we walk through them, I'll talk more to each one. But I mean, the obvious ones are high quality, heavy, large square bales. I mean, freight and all those sorts of things work into that. High energy and good protein hay, consistent in colour with minimal weather damage, and obviously consistency from bale to bale. You don't want one load looking absolutely like an FCAA and then one load looking like a B grade, and then shedded product with all weather access, as a lot of our clients, or a lot of our buyers, I should say, are looking at contracts over a spread delivery. So the ability to get in there week in, week out and pull a load out and supply them is absolute key. So as we move to the next slide, feed testing and quality assurance obviously plays a huge part in what the buyer's after. There's obviously the preference for the feed tested hay and feed test results. You know, ME, crude protein, and NDF is obviously of the high importance in what decision to make when they're purchasing hay. Inspection grading for things like texture, stem length, and aroma is also key. If someone's weaning some young calves early, they're going to look for something that was cut at a reasonably early stage that is quite soft in texture and a nice aroma, as opposed to something that was cut late, maybe a bit coarse and a bit harsh. And also the weed status of the crop, potentially really important when it's going out to a beef grazier or a dairy and they're feeding out in the paddock. They're obviously not wanting to bring foreign weeds into their place, and a good tight moisture range in the hay. Obviously, if they're going to go and buy 5 or 6 B doubles and put it in the shed, they want peace of mind at night that the product is, of a good moisture and is not going to combust and go up. So as we go to the next slide, the next key part of what the buyers want is they just want information, as much of a story as you can possibly tell on that hay. Photos, videos, a photo of the windrow, a photo of the baler, a photo of the shed that the hay is in, the core sample, the grab sample that shows how much leaf is on the product, and just gives a really good overview and adds to the confidence of what they're buying. A clear description on the hay. Is it a wheaten hay that's awned, or is it bearded? Was it cut late and potentially has some, seed developing in the head? And all those sorts of things really help the final story. Obviously, and especially prevalent this season with trying to pull hay from all sorts of parts of the country, biosecurity was huge. So making sure that you were free out of a zone that potentially is affected and you weren't wanting to bring that product into a place that you couldn't. But most of all, at the end of the day, it's the delivered price that matters to the buyer. That they're obviously wanting the cheapest delivered price for the best quality that they can find. So as we move through to the next slide, there's obviously just a bit of a comparison here in the large, heavy square bales. I mean, bale weight is key when you're trying to get that lower delivered price. I mean, hay bale A versus hay bale B, you can see here a bale weight of 500 compared to a bale weight of 650. You can manipulate your ex-farm price. And if you're a grower in an area that doesn't particularly have a strong local market for buying, you can see the difference from 500 Ks to 1,000 Ks, what the freight difference makes with that extra weight on the truck. There's nearly a $30 a tonne saving for the heavier hay. So if you're in an area producing hay and you don't have that local market, having heavy bale weights helps you access further parts of the country that particularly need the hay. So as we move through to the next slide, it's just again back to those key points and reiterating the fact that high quality, heavy bales, the good energy, good protein, consistent in colour, the consistency from bale to bale, and a shedded product that's the key things that the buyers are looking for, and to help them make a confident decision when purchasing hay. So thanks very much.